Let's get into Chappell Roan. Now, I would be scared to run into Chappell Roan in public because you might just get Chappell Roan to yourself, because it seems like there's a trend of her running into people or pushing her employees around. At least that's what the rumors are saying. We will go through the different angles in a moment, but the internet is blowing up on Miss Chappell Roan because there's this moment on the red carpet where it looks like she pushes like an assistant to the side, and the assistant's face says it all. Now notice the woman behind her right here with the glasses on her forehead. That is the woman that Chappell then pushes her out of the way to go and move on and do some press. Now, Chappell hasn't been famous for that long, so to be acting like Mariah Carey, it's a little bit bizarre. It leaves a bad taste in everyone's mouth. Now, it makes you think of like back in the days when Chappell was compared to Lady Gaga, but Lady Gaga never treated people like this. I do want to do my due diligence and report that there are other angles of this interaction with Chappell and this assistant where it looks like she's like politely trying to like shush her away. I want to include a few of those angles just because like people are debating on this, and while I you know, you could see there's some type of interaction there, for some reason I don't think the new angle dismisses it completely. I think there is still some rudeness to her kind of shoving into her, and if she did like accidentally do it, she could take a moment and say like, hey, I'm sorry, like, what's your name, nice to meet you. She doesn't have to move on and rush around so quickly. Ever since Chappell's been on the scene, she's caused quite a stir, from her music to just her interviews and her bad takes. She's been vulnerable, talking about people harassing her and stalking her and things that she should not be going through. But at the same time, she expresses these sentiments by telling her fans that they're not allowed to take pictures with her, and just trying to be famous but not really do the work of someone who is famous. I mean, it's not all fun and games. Sometimes PR training can make someone seem disingenuous, and sometimes it's incredibly necessary.
I don't give a if you think it's selfish of me to say no for a photo or for your time or for a hug. That's not normal. That's weird. I don't care that and harassment, stalking, whatever, is a normal thing to do to people who are famous. It doesn't mean I want it, doesn't mean that I like it. I don't want whatever the you think you're supposed to be entitled to whenever you see a celebrity.
Like, she's not really the breath of fresh air that I was hoping our new generation of pop stars would have. She just seems a little bit entitled. We'll never forget this moment at the VMAs when she told a photographer to shut the F up.
I'm gonna shut the F up, Jim. It's the spot.
Something about her just, you know, I like the fact that she will stand up for herself, but it's also, there's a fine line. Let's get into Justin Bieber. Someone needs to go and give Justin a hug. I hope that his wife Haley is, because he's going through a lot right now, and his grandpa Bruce recently passed away. It was like last September, not last September, but the September before that is the first time I've ever lost a grandparent, and it's so difficult to go through. Any family death is. Even if you are famous Justin Bieber, you're gonna miss your grandpa Bruce Dale. Justin announced the news on Instagram, posting a picture of a young teenaged JB with his grandpa. He wrote, "Grandpa, I always took your money, LOL. I remember you specifically telling me Grandma gave you an allowance of $20 for the week. I would always convince you to spend it on snacks at the hockey games on Friday nights, and you always gave it to me. Corn nuts, Skittles, gumballs. Shout out to the referees for also enduring all of my grandpa's heckling for all of your horrible referee calls. My grandpa wasn't shy in letting them know that they were being pieces of crap. I can't wait to see you again soon in heaven. Again, soon. Hopefully not too soon now." Someone else pointed this out in the comments. The quote, "I can't wait to see you soon in heaven. That doesn't sit right with me at all. Send love to Justin's way." Now, it does seem like his grandfather passed away peacefully, so it wasn't like anything sudden or too painful. Justin plus Haley and their son Jack Blues are named in the obituary alongside his sons and daughters and great-grandchildren. It's really sad to see that he is going through this, Justin Bieber is, because he's going through so much right now. This person wrote, bruh, he hasn't caught a break. Another person added that Justin really needs a hug. We love you, Biebs. What's really annoying me as far as the Justin Bieber situation is how the paparazzi won't leave him alone. Like, are they following him? Or is his wife calling them? Why are they there? This guy clearly doesn't want them around. He's struggling. Now he's starting to post clips on social media of him confronting these paparazzi who are just like outside his home, outside his workplace. And when you see the faces on these guys, they just look emotionless. So here's Justin leaving some, like, I believe it's a commercial spot. I don't think it's like his home. And just see all the flashes. I mean, even his own team, they're trying to use flashlights to combat the camera lenses. Like, so they shine it, see right there, into the lens to make sure they don't get their shot. But this must be such an uncomfortable feeling. Because of all these paparazzis, a lot of people have told Justin to leave LA, but he said he's not leaving anytime soon. He's not going to get bullied to leave where his influence is needed the most, which I don't know if we need Justin's influence. We need more of a healthy role model. He said, I've also been caught up in the transactional nature of Hollywood. It's embarrassing, but with that said, I want nothing to do with that as a grown adult with a wife and son. I just want to be submerged in the culture, learning from any and everyone, and to be proponent and an advocate for love and equality. Oh, that sounds nice. Maybe you should run for president. But I mean, we all saw where that got Kanye West at. We did get a statement from Haley and her team. They write, Haley is not on the verge of wanting a divorce or leaving him. It's just completely untrue. If anything, she's sad about how hard everyone is being on him now that he is finally coming back out of his shell. But a second insider said that Haley's been in tears about his behavior lately. Things have gotten bad quickly. She's genuinely scared something bad is going to happen to Justin. So let's keep Justin Bieber in our prayers, everyone. Let's get into Kim Kardashian. Now, we all know about Kim's burglary back in Paris. Well, it's finally going to trial after so many years, and there's something suspicious about this because one person who was to stand trial suddenly died. A prime suspect behind Kim's 2016 Paris robbery has died before he could stand trial. Keep in mind, people on her own team were working with these criminals to dress as police officers and get into her room, and they stole about $10 million in jewelry. Now, this man, Monsieur, was actually the person who was responsible for selling the jewelry once it was stolen, but it turns out he died March 6th. What's even more suspicious is that officials have been very quiet about how he ended up dying. We don't really have a great explanation. Now, this is a conspiracy, but what if that man was trying to get immunity and was going to rat out other people in even a bigger parties, more higher entities, so they decided to get rid of him to save themselves. But you guys in the comments are going off. One person said that allegedly Kanye set up the robbery, while Michelle added, yes, he set it up. I always thought Kanye did it to be mean and controlling of Kim. Jessica wrote in the comments, what was the cause of his death? Christopher wrote, it hasn't been released yet, but another person questioned whether it was pneumonia, because that's kind of like the common way that people suspiciously die. We see these celebrities or powerful people die at a young age or when they are healthy, and they say it's because of pneumonia, but pneumonia-like symptoms are very similar to poisoning-like symptoms. It actually turns out that he was even listed on the defendant's list and was enthusiastic about clearing his name in court, which kind of, again, suggests to me that he was going to out some people. He had been receiving death threats from his gangland connections as the trial approached. A source added that there was concern that he would name names. Kim is going to be flying to Paris in May to give a testimony. During an episode of their show, she tearfully recounted the moment she thought she was going to be R-worded and unalived during their ordeal. I mean, the whole thing did sound really tragic. She said that the armed men duct taped her face, her mouth, and they tied up her legs and her wrists, and she really was just, you know, a prisoner. Thank you for watching this clip from the Let's Get Into It podcast. To view the full episode, visit the link listed below.